Hello, beautiful souls, and happy Saturday. Surprise, surprise. I'm popping in a day in advance in the Animal Angel Connection group, and this is also going to be posted on my Mustang Mindset Messages YouTube channel. I had somewhere I have to go tomorrow, and I thought I would share this out today, and give you the messages. I feel like today's the day for messages again. Lots going on out there. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards, see what comes up. The Mustang Mindset Path is my new and improved program. For those, by the way, just a little public service announcement. For those who are really fed up, stuck, and ready to do something about it, like you're ready to change your life in a positive way, get clear on your direction, release the blocks that have been, spinning your wheels for maybe years. I get it. I've done it. We think we're fine. I'm okay. It's all working out. Really? As Dr. Phil says, how's that working for you? So, if it's not working, if you feel like you're just not getting on track in your life, then message me here. Let's get on a call. And again, these are for one of the few people that I work with, because I only work with a very few number at a time to help you really get unstuck and on track and moving in the right direction. So let's pull some cards and see where we're at today. Well, that's really interesting. Here's a positive message, and here's another one that's jumping out. We have the cow, we have the whale, very different large animals. One land animal, one sea animal. Sometimes I pull these in advance, but I thought, well, let's pull these now. This one's coming up a lot. There's a big message a lot right now of allowing the guidance to come through from Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. But if we're spinning around in our head, which is where I help you, it's getting out of your head and into your heart. That's where we really connect with that energy, with the divine, with the things we need to learn and understand and to get unstuck and on track. Sometimes it's hard to do it on our own. Cow, whale, hawk, parrot. Well, that's really interesting. I love that word. Oh, not the word, but parrot and words is what the parrot's talking about. Oh gosh, this is quite an array. Quite an array. And I'm going to put these in a better order. What do I have? Slightly different order, maybe. So, trust. I really like this one. The whale. Trusting the great mystery. There's things that we don't know. And, I was just thinking about when I went through a horrendous divorce with a narcissist and how it takes a while to heal. And we have to trust the reasons why. Because sometimes we can look back at things and go, why did I go through that? What was the point of all of that turmoil in my life, of all that pain and misery? Well, it's time to trust that there is a reason for everything. It's all part of the path. And sorry, I'm getting an itch. So it's time to trust that mystery of why did I go through that? Why am I in this boat right now? What's the point? There's a reason. And also, if you're looking at the world stage and everything that's playing out on the world stage, it's important to know that there's a reason for that as well. Personally, I admit, looking away a bit because I've been doing a lot of going inward myself, and all the external distraction can just pull us away from what we need to be working on. And it's like we can't control everything. You know, we can't necessarily change everything. We can only change ourselves, right? So first, trust the mystery, and whatever's going on out there is fine. Just let it unfold. It's all gonna, it's gonna not be around 5 or 10 years from now, whatever's going on. Things are gonna change, and there's gonna be something else that really annoys us, right? So trust that mystery. Trust there's a reason. There is definitely a reason for everything. Okay, so here we are. Also know that the miracles are endless. So no matter how crazy it seems and how gray things can be, there's miracles out there. And that's what the cow message is around the endless miracles. It's no matter how dark it is. I was listening to somebody say yesterday, Earth is a place, this world is a place for us to experience darkness, but also experience the light, because you have both. It's that law of the lightness and the darkness and the contrast. And, we need to move towards the light, focused on the light, and know that the miracles are there. They really are endless. And they're there for us if we listen, if we tune in. And that brings me to the next card, which I just pulled before. The hawk spirit keeps coming up. I notice there's a lot of birds coming up lately. Let spirit be your guide. So, going back within, as I had mentioned before, and I was just writing about this on my website, mustangmindset.com, for those of you who don't know, but let spirit be your guide. And in order to do that, we've got to get out of our head and into our heart in order to tune in to that guidance, because it's there. Once we learn to trust, once we understand that there's miracles that are waiting for us, that are available to us, we need to pick up on that inner guidance that's going to take us there. So, but as I said, look to the light, not to the darkness. Turn away from the darkness that's out there in society that wants to just draw us in, and we draw into being angry, being, arguing, and especially on social media. There's all these opinions out there, but it's just going to pull you further away from yourself and your path and the direction you need to go in. So let that spirit guide you. Tune in, and it's a positive feeling, of course, not a negative one. It's never negative. It's never, again, going in a dark direction. And that's where we need to use our mind wisely. I wasn't even paying attention to this, but the pig, use your mind wisely. This is partly what I'm getting at. This is a huge message here this week. Focus on the positive aspects. We have light, we have dark. There's always contrast in life. We've got day, we've got night. There's positive, there's negative. Everything has opposites. So you can use your mind in different ways, and it can go towards the darkness or it can go towards the light. So that's where we want to focus on. Put your mind towards the light. Let spirit guide you towards the light. And let the other stuff fall away, because it's not serving you. The darkness, the arguing, the negativity. Let it go. mute things on your Facebook feed if you need to. There was somebody who was posting negative, and I know I'm sure they thought they were trying to awaken people to something, but I found it distracting and just negative, and I didn't want to go in that direction because it's not, where do you belong? What is your path? And if that's not your path, just turn away from it, mute them, or, how do you do it? You silence somebody for 30 days. I've had to do that because it's I just don't want the distraction in my feed. It's a good time for that. It's a good time to mute things, turn things off. I don't care how good of a friend they are or whatever. If it's negative, you don't need that. You need light right now. So follow the light. Follow the guidance that's always positive, that's always supportive, and use your mind in the right way. Not in an angry way, a debating way. And I know it seems like, yeah, but we need to change the world, especially here in America. We need to change the world, and, it's time to get a little selfish and put up your boundaries and think of you for a change, and stop trying to change the world when it's time to work on you, to be honest. Hey, I do it too. I have to stop and go, you know what? Okay, let's turn it around. We got to go back inward again. And this is where the parrot comes in here. We use our mind wisely, and part of that, and I know the pig has wings too, which is kind of cool. But watch your words. This is all part of the message. Focus on the light, not the darkness. Don't get into debates. Stay positive and tune things out that are not helping you in this area. So watch your words. Thoughts are things. Use your mind wisely. Stick with the light and the positivity. That's where we need to be this week. Light, positivity, trusting in the guidance from Spirit. If you've lost your connection with guidance, do message me. Let's talk about that and how to reconnect again. And my Mastering Animal Communication course in the Animal Angel Academy helps you to reconnect with your intuition. So there's that as well. It's a good guide to help you believe in your intuition, feel confidence in your intuition, and that's where you're gonna tap into the guidance, is when you tap into that intuition and trust it again. So these are all important messages, and so many things that reoccur, because again, we're talking about boundaries, keeping yourself safe from all the toxic negativity, going within, listening to the guidance, following the light and not the dark, and watching what you're thinking and saying. So these are really great guidances, so to speak, from the whale, the cow, the hawk, the pig, and the parrot. What a combination. So anyway, thanks for being here, and I hope you enjoyed these messages for this week ahead, January 11th. Time is flying. And again, message me if you don't want to have another year like the last one, assuming it wasn't exactly what you wanted. So it's time to get unstuck, on track, and follow that guidance. All right. Follow the light and not the dark. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now, everyone.